Welcome to the Truth About Social Ads podcast, where we talk about everything related to social media ads and give you the truth about what's happening in the world of ads.
Hey everybody, glad to be here today. Welcome to another episode of the Truth About Social Ads. Jason Smith here, host and founder of Spotlight Social Advertising. Thank you for being a part of the Truth About Social Ads, where I sit down with top digital marketers, e-commerce brand owners, and paid social advertising experts to uncover what's really working in the world of social media today. If you're looking to scale your business, optimize your ad spend, and stay ahead of the latest trends, you're in the right place. Today's episode is brought to you by Spotlight Social Advertising. Spotlight Social is a results-driven digital marketing agency that helps businesses scale with powerful Facebook and Instagram advertising. Their expert team crafts highly targeted campaigns that attract the right audience, boost engagement, and drive real conversions. Whether you're a startup or an established company aiming for higher ROI and better paid media efficiency, Spotlight leverages data-backed strategies to maximize every ad dollar. Are you ready to grow your business with social media advertising? Contact Spotlight Social Advertising today. All right, so super excited about today's episode. Our next guest has been in the digital marketing space for a very long time. He has 15 years of experience working in the digital marketing world, founder of W3 Marketing and co-founder and CTO of MealDeals.app. He has experience with digital marketing in three completely different markets: Canada, Brazil, and the United States. He built MealDeals to help restaurants promote their specials to local audiences in a cost-efficient way. Mario, how you doing, man?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Excited to chat with you today. I think we did a 15-minute little intro call the other day, and I was super excited to talk to you today and give the audience a ton of value. So, yeah, would love to hear. I know I did an intro for you there, but would love to kind of, in your own words, what you're doing, your background, and what's going on with you.
Yeah, sure. I'm in the digital marketing web development world for 15 years. A little like today, I was reviewing. If I'm gonna be exact, it's almost 20 years.
Oh, no
'cause
way!
It was
Cool.
2007, so
Dang,
1 year
crazy.
from now it's gonna be. But yeah, I kind of have like a different background on the digital marketing thing, because I started developing and building stuff, and then I started integrating the digital marketing part. I opened my agency in Brazil in 2008 or something like this. And then in 2014, I moved to Canada. So I kind of I stopped that in Canada. And then 2024, I started MealDeals with a partner in Canada, just because we had so many customers and local customers in the restaurant business, and it's a completely different beast when you're doing digital marketing for restaurants.
Yes,
it's so
this is something I do
localized
not
and
have
stuff
experience
like
in.
And then we kind of started seeing okay, those challenges, and then we started the MealDeals. So I've been doing everything from SEO, from building platforms, technical SEO to digital ads and all that stuff.
That's awesome. Yeah. I mean, the restaurant industry is definitely something I do not know for sure, which is super cool. So, all right. So you offer a wide variety of services, right? You, like you said, SEO, you offer paid ads, right? So
yes.
Facebook, Instagram. Do you do Google ads as well?
Google ads, yes.
Google ads. Okay, cool. Any Pinterest, TikTok, Snapchat, any of those?
Yeah, we did TikTok and Snapchat. Pinterest, I, to be honest, never did anything. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
on social stuff, it's Pinterest, Snapchat, TikTok, uh, Facebook, like Meta, like Instagram, and
Yeah.
now Threads,
Instagram, Facebook. Yeah. Threads.
and
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and Google stuff.
Cool. Okay. Cool. So, yeah. So, I mean, and I think when I talked to you the other day, you work with like 300 plus restaurants. Is that right?
Yeah, we have like a 300 plus restaurants, pro restaurants on with meal deals, which is we do all that stuff. But actually, on meal deals, we have more than 155,000 restaurants
Wow.
registered. But like, then we have the pro ones and
Mm-hmm.
the free ones, right? So, but the ones that we have services like this,
Uh-huh.
it's around that. Yeah.
So what exactly do you guys do like for meal deals? Let's say I was a restaurant. How do I work with you? Like what exactly do you guys do for
So,
restaurants?
so basically, like Meal Deals is its own platform, right? Like we make fun saying like it's a basically a Instagram for restaurant deals, which is
Okay.
basically
Got it.
like, and it's all location based and time of the day based. So basically, like if you go in LA at certain time of the day, you're gonna see several deals near you on that area, right?
Okay.
And on top of that, like for paying customers and all that, we do some digital marketing on that front. But we also like, on my case, I work with restaurants from on W3 and have meal deals as a plus for them, because then like
Mm-hmm.
we bringing the knowledge and the baggage of all those years on the digital marketing area, we
Mm-hmm.
were able to implement like very effective stuff for meal deals that like
Mm-hmm.
ranks very well. Now we started like structured data for AI search and all that stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
basically, it's just like a one extra platform that you have for advertising your restaurant and your specials. That's going to be localized and uh, geo-targeted and the time of the day, all that kind of stuff. And then you have
Yeah.
all the other tools. But and then we do the all the other part of the digital marketing with its paid ads. Because then when we, for example, let's say restaurants, they're very local marketing, right? If the,
Right.
even
Yeah.
even even those big brands like
Yeah.
franchises and stuff, they have different deals for specific areas, different pricing, and
Mm-hmm.
all that stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
basically,
Yeah.
like it's completely different than doing like a national campaign for a e-commerce website.
Right. Of course.
No matter
Yeah.
where they buy, they're gonna buy from the same place, right?
Yep.
Restaurants are kind of like, it's a different way. And one thing uh, that we identified was after the pandemic, people like they lots of people that used to go to restaurants, they migrated to all those different ordering apps to
Mm-hmm.
have
Mm-hmm.
it delivered to their their homes.
Mm-hmm.
And the ordering apps, they kind of like, it's not bad, it's great, it's a great tool and works very well. But from the restaurants, like they kind of take a bite on two
Oh, of
ways,
course.
right?
Yeah, they take a percentage. Yeah.
They take a
Yeah.
percentage of the order, plus they
Uh-huh.
take, the customer is not there. Like, so instead of like having two appetizers, they're gonna have one, whatever it is. And
Right.
so it's just like that was, so the idea was to, including meal deal plus the digital marketing strategies, to try
Mm-hmm.
to get more people into the restaurants again, or at least to go pick up or take out, that kind of stuff. So that's why it's
Got it.
all live and at this spot, right? So let's say like you're going out of for lunch on a work day.
Mm-hmm.
You open meal deals, you see the deals near you, you can just walk there and find like in seconds, right? So
Got it.
it's
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
the idea of meal deals. It's not much of offering other paid services. We use the other paid service to leverage their
leverage,
presence on MealDeals. Yes.
right. So if I were to see an ad that you guys did, it would essentially just, the ad would say, oh, talk about the restaurant. And then if I clicked on it, would it just go to mealdeals.com and then it would show in my area? Or how do you guys structure that? Because you're obviously, like, I'm not going to Yelp, right? And then searching for a restaurant, and then Meal Deals won't pop up there, right? So
Yes.
yeah, how does that
So
how does
basically,
that work?
we have like 3 different strategies, right? We have the general audience strategy, which is basically like looking for lunch in a specific neighborhood.
Yeah.
Click here, then you go to Meal Deals. When you're in Meal Deals, it only will load whatever makes sense for you in your area, right?
Yeah.
And then you have the option to apply the filters that you want, like cuisine and all that kind of stuff. Like specific cuisine, specific price points. I only want orders from like $5 and under. You can have filtering that. So that's the general audience ones. Then we have the specific ones, which is, for example, you want to push those specific restaurants in this specific area during lunchtime, let's say. So then you have we would create a specific campaign for that specific restaurant in that area, right? So then you go to, let's say, like we have a restaurant in Toronto that's kind of famous. It's called Sula's Greek cuisine, and they have their they use MealDeals to promote their lunch menu, right? So if you go in Toronto, you're browsing your social media in Toronto, you might pop up Sula's deal for you at lunchtime, and then you're probably going to be directed to the deal on MealDeals. And there you have all the options to like get directions to the restaurant or phone or order online, that kind of stuff. Order through whatever platform the restaurant prefers. So basically that's the restaurant specific. And then you have the deals one, which is like, for example, some restaurants, they want to do a specific deal in a specific area and all that kind of stuff. So then we do a campaign like this, localized, specific targeting, like age and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
For that specific area. And then we leverage the thing of, because of the amount of information that we have on MealDeals, of ranking on other areas. And so then you kind of get like 4 layers, let's say, of promotion, which is basically we rank for a lot good keywords on organic. We have all the structure for AI search, voice search these days, plus the social ads. And you also probably, if you're a pro restaurant, you're going to be caught on the general advertising one, which is if you go to MealDeals in your area, all the pro restaurants come first, right? So that's another advantage. So basically, that's how cool. We structure for the restaurants. It's kind of it's a lot of like micro work, I like to say, because like every location is different and every restaurant audience is also different, right? Like we can't put like a burger with a fine dining restaurant. It's not the same audience, basically.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. And then, so yeah, that's pretty awesome. So, and it just amazes me how, you're an agency, right? You're in the digital marketing space. I'm an agency, in the digital marketing space, but we like do completely different things.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. And that's why I wanted to have you on, because it was super cool to me that like we're kind of competitors, but not really, right? It's like we're in the same field and we do the same things, but you do a completely different sector of digital marketing than I do. And then the other thing that was super cool was you were talking about, like when we were on our call, you were talking about AI search and voice search too, right? So
yes.
Could you maybe just kind of because AI search is kind of taking over now. Google search and going to like Yelp and like I don't know about you, but like when my wife and I are out and about and we're looking for places to eat, she still uses Yelp, which is like kind of weird to me. I'm like, dude, why do you still use Yelp? But and then I just go to Google, like
Yeah,
my Google Maps, and I put in, Greek restaurant near me, right? And
exactly.
then they'll pop up. Um, but but explain how AI search is kind of taking over, um, going into Grok, ChatGPT, Claude, whatever, and saying, hey, what are the best Greek restaurants near me, right? So maybe break down AI search, like how that's kind of changing things, and then what we had talked about for AI or for the voice search as well, which is different too, right?
Yes, yes. Yeah, so basically like what we identify, that's the good part of like that's what like opened my eyes to the AI part was because of the volume of data that we have on MealDeals. And I started identifying like when we would track searches and all that stuff, identifying like, well,
Mm-hmm.
what's going on here? And then I started like investigating all the AI stuff, and the AI is
Mm-hmm.
changing so fast, right? So
It
it's
is, yeah.
it's crazy. So
It's
basically,
crazy.
like what they completely changed the way they rank stuff because
Mm.
at first they would just basically you would go to Gemini, which is the Google AI or
Google,
Grok
yeah.
or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Google, I like using Gemini as an example because they have all the data from Google at their disposal,
Correct.
right? So
Yes, yeah.
so basically, like okay, whoever ranks high on organic for us is relevant. Let's use that for our AI response.
Mm-hmm.
But then what they kind of saw, it's kind of like it went back to like because the way the machine learning interprets every string of text and everything, it
Mm-hmm.
kind of like it got too easy for the AIs to hallucinate and give stuff that doesn't make any sense, basically.
Really? Okay.
So
Uh-huh.
what basically changed was like the way the learning machines read the structured data on your website.
Uh-huh.
It changed it, and also they kind of the way they are giving authority. Like so, for the regular SEO, they basically use if you have authority sites pointing to your site, it
Mm-hmm.
makes you kind of relevant stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
It still uses that, but on top of that, they want to verify like that you are real, that it makes sense, that your data is passing the proper information. So basically, like nowadays, you need to let them know they are capable of doing that as well because the older crawlers didn't do that. So basically,
Mm-hmm.
they're capable of knowing. Okay, you can tell them like this is the same like this entity that shows on MealDeals. Let's say we use MealDeals as an example. Is the same that shows on Google Maps, which is the same that
Mm-hmm.
shows on
Mm-hmm.
Instagram on this profile and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, that's how they're giving authority now for those for to prevent the hallucination. Let's say. So
Got
basically,
it.
like if you
Okay.
look for a burger place, they're never gonna show a pizza place. Let's say that
Right.
even if you put lots of pizza uh, content on your uh, tool, but you're not actual pizza place. But that's
Right,
how
right.
they changed that structure, that instinct. They want stuff and they want the data structure in a way that would make easier for them to give the answer
Mm-hmm.
and they
Mm-hmm.
easier for them to verify. So instead of going through hundred of websites seeing if it's how the authority is, it's just
Mm-hmm.
easier to like okay make sure this information is from this specific entity. We already have some data from that entity. So now let's reply and say that this information is true and not. And because of the other thing that changed it was because the way that the AI tools work, people
Mm-hmm.
start they ask different, right? We might not
Right.
but the younger generation, they ask in a different way, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And they add a bunch of stuff that it's not really relevant. So that's what mainly changed for the AI results, and the
Hmm.
fact that like now you don't have like they're gonna ask everything through that specific tool, right? Like the ones that
Right.
use Grok, they're gonna use that. So basically, they're kind of using that structure. I don't know if I'm clear enough. Am I too confusing?
Yeah, no,
but,
no, yeah. Makes
but
sense. Yeah.
but yeah, that's how the AI part. And going to the voice search, which is what what happened, I believe, and what we are seeing is the the voice search started taking advantage of the AI search. Before they would need to go through all the regular organic stuff and try to identify what you were saying. Right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Now they just get whatever you ask, throw into like a learning machine to interpret your voice, and basically use the same structure for they give on the AI response,
Uh-huh.
whatever they give on the for the voice search. So it varies from device to device and tool for tool because each one has their like they're not gonna open what they do to the competition, but
Right.
what looks like is if they're very like similar on the way it works. And what we identified after we implement all this AI structure, and now the other thing, just more technical because I have the technical side, is for example, we would always use the road robots txt to give kind of a roadmap for the crawlers, right?
Hmm.
Now all the learning machines they use a different tool which is more plain text instructions, which is called the LLMS TXT, which
Hmm.
is
Okay.
basically like they're so basically the way I'm seeing is like they're trying to almost forget everything that they already have
Hmm.
to use this way of searching now. And after we implemented that on meal deals and on some like it's not related to paid ads, but
Right.
we saw an increase on like lots of near me queries, ranking for lots more near me queries and all that stuff. And the stuff that you identify that is voice search because of typos and stuff like this. This would be somehow
Right.
somebody would say and not type it and stuff like this.
Right. And when you say in voice search, do you mean them going into the AI and just saying, "Hey Grok, where's the nearest pizza place near me?" Is that what you mean, or do you mean like voice searching on Google, for example? Because
So
you can pull up Google Maps,
yeah,
hit the microphone button, and then say, "Hey, where is you know a pasta place near me or something?"
yeah. So
Right?
I would say that inside the AI and on the device default search, let's say you hear like, "Hey
Got it.
Siri,
Okay.
where is this place?"
Right.
Like
Right.
tool specifically, for example, you said the Google Maps stuff. Google Maps because they want to make Google Maps even more relevant. They
Mm-hmm.
based all their information on whatever has Google Maps has, right? So they kind of like ignore all this other stuff.
Right.
So
Okay.
they just match. Let's say like Google Maps would be a closed database with whatever they have there, and the
Right.
other AIs they would be more broadly searched. Basically,
Right.
that's the
Right.
difference.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Um, and so what you're saying is the voice search is a complete different way to optimize and um basically qualify a restaurant for, right? So it's almost like normal SEO, AI SEO, and voice search. It's a completely different thing.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
now they have basically they separate the AI, let's say the AI SEO into answering engine optimization and generative answering engine optimization. So
Hmm.
everything that would generate content is the generic optimization. and anything that
Right.
would just answer you whatever question it does, which is usually like the default voice search on devices
Uh-huh.
like Android and iOS.
Yeah, iOS, yeah.
Those would be more answering optimization. So
Hmm.
it's kind of like the same but different.
Right. Yeah, no, for sure. So how do you guys get customers? Like, are you for example, how do you attract restaurants, right? Like,
Oh,
are you
so
running
yeah.
ads, or what are you guys doing to attract restaurants that you can work with,
So
for
basically,
example?
like our strategy to getting restaurants is we have lead generation campaigns for restaurant owners,
Mhm.
and we do lots of in-person sales just on specific locations that we have a bigger awareness,
Yeah.
because basically that's what is generate results for us. So yeah,
Right.
our main spend on customer acquisition is lead generation on the meta platforms, which is what brings more results for us.
Right. Okay. Cool. Yeah, no, that's great. So you guys are running ads on Meta for lead generation for restaurants. And then what do you guys do? Just charge them like a percentage of something? Is it a flat monthly fee to like help
We
them out?
we have a flat yearly subscription. You can do 3 months, 6 months, and a year, basically.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Subscription. It's
Uh-huh.
not like we are new. It's not crazy expensive. It's around $300 a year
Nice.
to
Okay.
start, and
Yeah.
then we can have add-ons or specific services like the digital marketing add-ons and stuff like
Right.
this.
And then what's so if I'm a restaurant owner and I say, "Hey, I'd love to work with you guys, but like what kind of ROI do we expect from your service? Like what have you guys seen as far as ROI um with being on meal deals?"
So the ROI part is we always get into that question, and everybody, even the sales team, saying like, "Oh, that question again." So
Yeah,
that
yeah,
is
yeah,
not
yeah.
that we don't have the ROI, because we don't have ordering through the platform, right? So
Right.
so
So you can't track
we don't have
official.
direct
Yeah.
official ROI
Right.
on the restaurants, what they got, what increased. But like we've had customers say like, "Oh, my food traffic increased in like 10%, 20%
Nice.
after I joined MealDeals." Some other would say like, "Oh, this doesn't work." Then on the first month they say, "It doesn't work." Then on the second one they say,
Right.
"Oh, we are getting orders." So
Right.
we
Okay.
saw like all that, and also the one issue that we have, and we say that everywhere, is just like the main problem is we don't have ordering through our platform. So we have traffic. We have like, for example, like our cost per impression of a restaurant is incredibly low compared to any other ad platform
Right.
that we would use. But we have like, for example, we track like how many people clicked on your restaurant, how many people checked, called your restaurant from the platform, and all that stuff.
Right.
But the final ROI, it relies on the restaurant tracking on their end and letting us know. So
Yeah.
to get that, we always like say like, that's why I don't like to give like a straight answer like, "Oh, you're gonna get like
Sure.
a great ROI," or "We don't have ROI." It's just like the way the model is built. It's just like the idea is to increase food traffic or
Right.
takeout orders. And we didn't integrate any ordering there because you can use whatever ordering platform you want. If you want to have
Sure.
Uber Eats or whatever platform you
Yeah.
have there, you can add there. You're gonna have a link there, order through Uber, and that's what it is. So basically, like it's based on customer feedback, and we
Mm-hmm.
had most of our pro customers, they really like the platform, and they say they had great ROI through like uh, 2 times what they invest.
Oh, that's good.
Lots of people say like, oh, we got like they complain on the first month because they kind of don't understand. They're like, oh, it's not nothing is happening. It's like, yeah, no,
Right.
hold on, it's like $300 for the whole
Yeah.
year. You're
Right.
gonna start ranking. You're gonna improve. It's
Yeah.
not like a CP cost per click that you put that today and sell on the e-commerce tomorrow, right? Like
Right. Like a cost per acquisition and all
Yeah.
that stuff. Yeah. Yeah. No, we deal with a little bit of that too, because we work with some food and beverage brands that, like, for example, we work with a brand that has a bunch of salads in Costco, right? And all they want to do is just drive more people into Costco. So we can't actually say, hey, we got you 100,000 purchases from Costco, right?
Yeah.
But what we can say is it's reaching, it's getting great engagement. People are seeing the ad, right? And they do notice, kind of like in your case, they do notice some increase in sales when ads are on, right? Because people are seeing the ad and going, oh, next time I go to Costco, I got to get that salad or Ralph's or whatever supermarket they're in, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I totally
another
sympathize with
thing
you there.
that happens with us is, for example, some clients, they would add a deal on MealDeals that they would say they would track, right? But then you go to the store and has a big poster of the same deal. So the guy doesn't
Right.
need to show and say that he saw MealDeals. He went there because of MealDeals, but then he saw the
Yes.
poster on the wall and just said like, oh, I wanted this. So
Right.
how are you gonna know, right? Like that's
Right.
one thing that like we at this moment. But one thing that we get that we can track, it's for us, it's good. It's, for example, people registering to get notified for deals from that specific restaurant.
Okay.
So that's
Yeah.
another tool that we have that like you can ask for similar deals in your area, and you're gonna receive then you can whatever select there, like I want a new deals every week or only when new deals come up.
Right.
Or you can register, for example, you see a restaurant and I want more deals from this restaurant. And so that's something that we can see and track, and then we show that for the customer, like, oh, people are seeing, and we let them know, like, oh, people want the other deals from you, like,
that's
if you want to do or put there, so this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So, but we still have that, let's say, like roadblock or rebuttal to give to everybody.
Yeah, well, I mean, but here's the thing, though. I mean, it's not like they're paying you $4,000 a month, right? It's like $300 a year.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, that's like what? Depending on the restaurant, that could be one order or that could be 10 orders, right? So,
it's very
to make their money back.
Fee, yes,
you know. Yeah, that's for everything that you do. That's that's pretty cool. So, awesome. Well, anything else that you want to share with the audience? I mean, especially if there are any restaurant owners listening, or anybody even, helping out restaurants and stuff. Any advice or anything else that you want to throw out there in this industry that you could help with?
Also, first, like all the restaurant market is getting like more competitive. It's harder.
Oh yeah,
food costs are crazy, right? So it's you gotta be there. People are searching. Like I was reading a research the other day, like that the newer generations, they are more likely to order at home. Like they're not cooking more, like because everybody said, oh, they're cooking more. No, they're not cooking more. They're just ordering at home.
Yeah.
So basically, like, you need to be online. You need to be visible for everybody around you. Ads are a great tool to get local customers into your door. If you want to try MealDeals, you can have a free listing there. It also works. So just go to mealdeals.app/register.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Somebody if you can do everything by yourself, or you can ask for our team for help. Just
okay.
And
that's awesome.
Everybody can help you there. And so basically that, like all the restaurants, they must be online these days. I would say, and the key to getting people into your door for that walking customer that spends $10 more on every than a delivery guy. Just
Yeah.
like be online and make sure you optimize everything for your location, right? Even if you're a franchisee, don't rely only on the
The franchise to help you.
the headquarters ads, because like they're gonna do one campaign, broad campaign, right? Like it's not specific for you. So
right.
That's basically
okay. So that's good information. So if you're a franchisee and you own a franchise, your advice is don't always rely on the headquarters to like help you bring people in, because technically it's their responsibility to do that, right?
Technically yes, but like with time and dealing with like my partner that works with the sales team more, like he always talks to franchise and stuff. And one thing that we always listen from the headquarters is like, oh, every franchisee has a budget of 5% to spend on local marketing.
Right.
So MealDeals, that's what they always say. Like it fits the local marketing. Social ads fits the local marketing. So you can do specific stuff for your store, or you can even ask for like a break on your marketing fee that you send them to do local marketing, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
that's cool.
Those are the two options that we, because it's just like, imagine doing like a campaign for like whatever, like 10,000 stores.
Yeah.
The guy in Toronto is not the same guy in Calgary. The guy in LA is not the same in New York or Miami or whatever, right? So it's a different audience everywhere. Like that's one thing that we learned from restaurant business is a different audience, like same restaurant, different areas. It needs a different way of approaching them, basically.
Well, yeah, because I've seen, like for example, Cane's, right? So Cane's, where I live, didn't do too well. But then you go to Cane's 20 minutes from here, and it's like, dude, a line out the door constantly, right?
Yeah.
So it's weird how the different stores or different restaurants do different in and produce a different type of person than something, you know, in another area. So yeah, that's super cool.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. Well, go ahead.
One more thing, that just going to going back to the ads part. Nowadays, all those social media ads, they have like AI enhancements, personas, and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
So that makes it even more important to like know your customer, your local customer that is gonna consume on your brand. Then, because people think, because it has all the AI tools, they're gonna know what to put there. It doesn't. You need to tell them it's specific, and they might be able to create a good ad for that specific persona. But like you gotta know your customer, your local customer.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, we just sent our customers, our clients, a big, you know, long email about all the AI changes in Meta and Instagram, you know, Facebook, Instagram. Because you're right. I mean, you can't just rely on the AI to do everything for you. I mean, here's the thing. Facebook is going to tell you, oh yeah, we're making it as easy as ever for brands to run ads, right? And it's like, come on, dude. It's still pretty complicated. You can't just have one image, a little bit of ad copy, and then no targeting in there and just let it go, right? Like it's pretty funny how they're saying that, but it's not the way it works.
And on their end, it's just like, for them, it kind of makes sense. They're going to spend more, right? Because that costs go like crazy up fast.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but they're going to spend more, and then it's not going to work. And then you've heard those stories. Exactly. They're like, oh, Facebook ads don't work. And I'm like, well, they actually work. It just depends on how you set them up. And it's not as easy as you think it is, you know, or as they make it sound, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's the one thing. I don't know if you remember Russell Brunson with like ClickFunnels stuff, you know, oh, it's so easy to build a funnel. And I'm like, bro, I'm pretty technically savvy, right? I go in there and I'm like, what the hell am I doing? Like, I don't even know what I'm doing, you know? So yeah, it's definitely tough. So, well, Mario, listen, thanks, man, for jumping on. I appreciate it. So if a restaurant owner or anybody wants to get a hold of you, how do they do that? Where can they find you?
You can shoot me an email on mario@mealdeals.app or mario@w3mkt.com, or
All right.
just go on MealDeals, register, and we'll be in touch.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, so 3 different ways. We'll link all these in the show notes to make sure if you guys want access to MealDeals, you can do that. If you're a restaurant owner, go and check it out. I mean, I think the it's very low barrier to entry, and every restaurant owner wants more foot traffic, right?
So
yeah, that's awesome. All right, Mario. Well, hey man, thanks for jumping on today. I truly appreciate it. Good luck to you with MealDeals and any other ventures you have. And yeah, thanks for being here. Appreciate it.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
All right, have a good one.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for listening to the podcast. We'll see you again next time. Be sure to subscribe to get future episodes.